CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi joins us now. President Trump has just made a Truth Social post about Canada. What is he saying?
Yeah, Lindsay, this just came across our desk just right now. The president is calling out Canada for what he says they're doing in building a, quote, massive bridge between Ontario and Michigan, saying that Canada owns both sides of the land and therefore they're going to build it with virtually no U.S. consent. He also says the Canadian government expects him to permit them to do this and take advantage of the U.S. He goes on to call out Mark Carney, who's the Prime Minister of Canada. Now, the two of them have had a very interesting relationship. It's gotten chummy at points. It's gotten very friendly when Mark Carney has come here. And then there have been moments, especially in the ongoing trade negotiations, where we have seen this, which is a breakdown in communications between both sides, where President Trump says that he is going to retaliate. And in this case, he says they're going to start negotiations about this immediately. With all we have given them, we should own perhaps at least one half of this asset. So appearing that the president is quite upset with Canada at this moment this evening. Another part I want to point out in this Truth Social post was he calls out Prime Minister Carney for his deal with China. Now, that caught a lot of attention in recent weeks when Prime Minister Carney went to China, met with Xi Jinping, and had a new trade deal with them. The president in this Truth Social post said the first thing China will do is terminate all ice hockey being played in Canada and permanently eliminate the Stanley Cup. We should note Canada does not own the Stanley Cup. I don't think they've won the Stanley Cup in the last at least 15 years or so. But the president's still calling out the relationship that Mark Carney is building between China and Canada right now.
Okay, and the president was also quite vocal over the weekend about pop culture. What should we know about that?
Well, certainly over the weekend, the president was not very happy with the Bad Bunny halftime show at the Super Bowl. In a separate Truth Social post, he called it absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever, made no sense. The president said nobody understood a word this guy was saying. Of course, there are a good majority of Americans who do speak Spanish and did understand what he was saying, and he called it a slap in the face to the country. Separately, in an additional post, the president also called out Hunter Hess, who is a U.S. Olympic skier who is currently in Italy competing, representing the United States. He was asked about some of the things going on at home in the U.S. He did not say he speaks for everything going on in the U.S., and the president also on Truth Social called him a real loser who doesn't represent his country in the current Winter Olympics, which has certainly gotten a lot of backlash. Lindsay.
Olivia Rinaldi, thank you.